Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Let's test this audio. Ah, shit, I got to test the damn audio. Hold on. Alright. Let's do the Facebook real quick. Test the audio real quick. Yeah. Testing 1 2 3. All right, folks, let's get this party started. Let me go ahead and put this in here. I got me some drink. All right, today we're going to be talking about, is Colombia safe? And let me get these little things going here. Super chat alert. Ooh, for those people that love the, I got a couple of donations, and I really appreciate that, man. Lets me know that I'm trying. You know, some people really like this type of content, or they get some value out of it. I really appreciate that, man. Hold on, let me see. Is Colombia safe? Okay, I think that's right. I got a couple of things to change here. Is Colombia safe? Yes. Okay, good. All right, so I'm waiting for your comments and all that stuff. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. Today we're going to be talking about, is Colombia safe? I need to be starting to look here, right? So a little bit about me. I've been living here in Colombia for about 5 years. I lived in Medellin my first year, and to be honest, that was actually Envigado, my first 6 months. And it's very peaceful out there, but a little bit too peaceful. A lot must really for old folks or with families, or you got a girlfriend or a wife, and you know, so it's very safe out in Envigado. So then I moved out to El Poblado. El Poblado's a little bit more rambunctious. It's like, hey, what's going on, Greg 712, talking about safety, brother boy. And so, you know, El Poblado's, you're going to really just love it here because it's just like United States here in El Poblado. That means they got the rich, I shouldn't say rich, but they got the fancy restaurants. They got the fancy hotels. And when I say fancy, probably cheap to most Americans, talking about $70 to $100 a night. United States, boy, they got some hotels. I was looking at what's on the news the other day. They have a hotel room in LA, LA or Las Vegas. It's like about 20,000 a night or something like that. Or I don't know. It was either $5,000 or $20,000 a night. So the most you can really spend here for like a suite would be like, I don't even know, maybe $300 to $500 a night. Now, if you rent a mansion, that's a whole different thing. And like if you're renting a mansion, so like there's some mansions here that go for $1,000 a night, but they have like 6 bedrooms and they have like the maid's quarters. And when I say maid's quarters, I mean like your butler and or your security team has their own house on the property. Yeah, because like these mansions, they're kind of like indicators that you have a lot of money, so you definitely need security. But I'm getting off track like Alan always does. And is Medellin safe? So, like I said, I lived here in Medellin for 5 years, or Colombia for 5 years, 1 year Bogota, and 4 years in Medellin. Now, I never had a problem myself here, but I'm really streetwise because I come from Section 8, food stamps, projects. So I'm used to people trying to get me all the time. It's just a part of life when you're from the projects in Section 8. And I used to live above a crack house. Me and my mom used to live above a crack house. When it's for those that know about Section 8, it's free living. So the government, or the city of Houston, I guess, I don't know, the government, they gave us housing, a voucher, my mom a voucher, because she didn't make any, she's a single mother and she didn't make enough money to support us. So they give her housing. So when you get in that type of environment, we got free housing. Of course, you're going to have, some rough people. So anyways, the reason why I bring that up is the reason why I haven't had any problems here. And there's actually, I have to be honest with you. There's a couple of things because, secondly, I don't go out doing any drugs. I don't go out doing drugs, and I really don't bring any street hookers to my house. That's just a big no-no. Like you're inviting this bad person back into your life. I'm not saying that I never have, because I probably have, maybe 1, 2, 3 times being here in the last 5 years. I'm not gonna, I'm a man. This channel is about being real, like raw. There's no script or anything. I'm just telling you straight from my heart about what's happening, Let me check here if I have any questions. Hold on 1 second. YouTube. I have to check my YouTube. That's where all my people are at. I feel like you guys are my friends. It's crazy. Switch channel. Let me see. Here's that. By the way, I got a new channel too. Let me see here. I gotta look on here. Yeah, I got a new channel too. All right. Oh, so okay. There goes a couple of questions. Stephanie Manha, I grew up going to Colombia since I was 4 years old. That's awesome, man. Colombia is one of the most, and I don't want to talk bad about Colombia, bros. I fucking love it here. This is like the best decision I ever made in my life. But, it comes with the territory. Like, how there's no free lunch? Have you ever heard of this theory? There's no free lunch? Well, it's the same thing here with Colombia. You're not going to come to a paradise where there's perfect weather. It's 65, 75 degrees all year round. The women are absolutely beautiful. Your dollar's 4 times or more greater as of today. So there's going to be a catch. Like, what's the catch? Well, the catch is, bro, is that it's about 4 times likely that you can get murdered here. And that's how can I say that? That's a good estimate. Because whenever you do that, I'm not talking out of my ass here. I'm giving you a real life statistic. In the United States, you have a 7% chance. Let me break this down. In the United States, they took all the bad neighborhoods and the good neighborhoods, all the bad and all the good. They said, okay, in the United States, you got about a 7 point whatever percent. Let's just say 7% chance of you getting murdered, or. So here goes the problem is that whenever, like, I'm from Section 8 and projects and food stamps, these neighborhoods are terrible. Like, I was constantly almost being robbed. Like I would walk down the street, somebody try to jump me for my Adidas shoes. Or I walk down the street and somebody try to take my hat. This guy on a 10-speed. These guys, those 10-speed bastards, I've been robbed at gunpoint with a gun. big silver gun, just walking down like in Heights Boulevard. I was about 12 years old for my hat. I had a, this is a sad thing. I can almost bust down in tears right now. This is very sad. I'm not gonna go on and on, but my grandpa died when I was a kid, and he said you can have anything you want, Alan. And I was his favorite. He had 12 grandchildren, and the only thing I wanted was his hat. Because he used to wear that hat all the time. I was a kid. I was like, I don't know. I think he died when I was about 9, and so fast forward 3 years later, when I was 12, I was walking down the street. I was going to like a little teenage party, and it was about 8 o'clock in Houston. And guy rolls up on a 10-speed, one of those beach cruisers, and he pulls. I'm with Ozzy and Abraham from we're in middle school, and we're friends. And black guy comes up and pulls out, I'm a kid. I don't know what's going on. And he's like, yo, give me that hat. And I really didn't hear him, and I didn't know what I was like, fuck you, kind of. I don't know what he wanted. I'm used to that. But my friend Ozzy's like, you better give it to him. And, he pulled out this big chrome gun. It was like huge. And so I gave it to him, So anyways, yeah, it's a sad story. Anyways, let's get back in here. I've been in Barranquilla for 2 months, and I thought, let's see these couple questions. We got some cool people. So I'm just telling you that because you can get a little bit background about why hasn't Alan been robbed? Like, what's his secret? The secret is that I'm really streetwise and street savvy. And I think that's why I've done really well selling real estate. Being a salesman, we have to be able to read people. I have to immediately be able to read people's body language. And little do you know that you are very good at reading body language as well, but on a subconscious level. Like, you really don't know why you don't like a person, but there's something in your subconscious that something's telling you no. And it could be as small as whenever you first met that person, they didn't look you in the eyes. You can't really put a finger on it, but there's something about that person you don't like. So anyways, getting back, see you in 2 weeks. We got a lot of questions here, man. I'm so happy to have everybody here. Stephanie Menha said, I grew up here in Colombia since I was 4 years old. Awesome. Almin, I'll be in Barranquilla for the last 2 months. Say for that. Now, Barranquilla is pretty good. I have never really been in Barranquilla. Very beautiful women, not as hot as Medellin. There's not really much to do in Barranquilla, so it's like you go there, and you go there really because if you probably met someone online, you're going to go see her. And the women are going to be a little bit more with a little bit of a better open heart. Medellin, they're more money focused. And Stephanie says, I'm a period Colombian. What does that mean, period? I don't know what that means. Pereira? Is she from Pereira? Maybe she mean. I'm a proud Colombian and see the real life out there, and you learn. Best memories of my life are in Colombia with my family. That's most definitely. Colombia is just the most beautiful place in the world, in my opinion. And it like all your dreams can come true here, and all your nightmares too. Like, it's no bullshit. I mean, like, and they had an automatic weapon gunfight with the I think the Fanka or something. Anyways, they got like some an army that supports all the gangs. It's like a real army, like no bullshit. I think it's called Fanka or Farca. I think it's called Farca, and the FARC, and those guys, they're running like it's like a military, and they're running their criminal activities, and it's real, man. It's like as real as you can get. So one time, yeah, you can't live in fear. This guy, Alleman says you can't live in fear. We all die one day. And I kind of live by that theory myself, But at the same time, you have to be smart. Cannot be dumb. God's going to be like, I gave you a brain. I gave you some wisdom. Now you got to use that. You cannot be dumb, So you can live, and you can live, I'm not very great with words. So I want to say like, just don't be dumb. I guess, just don't be dumb. Like, two guys or somebody asks you to stop and talk to them on the street. I see a lot of foreigners stop and talk to them. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I literally see these guys pickpocketing them sometimes, and I'm like, sheesh, and there they go running off. So it happens here. All right, so getting back here in Colombia, is it safe, and what are some of the things that we can do as foreigners? What are some things that you can do to stay safe here in Colombia? One of the things you can do, of course, is avoid street hookers. These are where a lot of the problems come from. This is where a lot of the issues come from. I would say probably about 80% of the problems come from the street hookers. So you're like, Alan, well, I come to Medellin, and I'm going to be honest with you, I come for the women, and I don't have time to make a relationship, bro. I got probably a week, and I want to smash as many hot chicks as I can, or dudes, whatever goes in your flavor. Well, there's going to be a lot of things you can do. Of course, you don't have time to court a Colombian because that's going to take a lot of energy. That's going to take like 2 months, 3 months. Today, I sent some roses to an ex-girlfriend of mine, and I'm trying to work that in again. So it takes a lot of courting. So there's some places that you can go that I shouldn't even say that. I got to be honest with you guys. I don't like going to, what's that called? All those clubs and parquilleras, because they're really just the street hookers that walk upstairs. What's it called? Gringos or guapos or whatever the hell it's called. Can't think right now because I got 3 jobs, right? I do whatever I can to make money here in Medellin. You just have to. So really, I want to give you guys a good answer here. If I'm here in Colombia, I travel down, I want to smash as many chicks as possible, but I want to also stay safe. This is probably what you guys want to know, right? Gustos, that's what it right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's Gustos. So, yeah, because all the street hookers, all they do is just go up into Gustos. So it's like, oh, you think it's safe. And Gustos is not taking a record of these chicks. But let's expose this. Let's talk about it for a little bit. How can a foreigner stay safe? And let's keep it real on this channel. There's no bullshit here. If you want bullshit, go to another channel. This is not it. This is like raw type of shit. If I was a foreigner, I'm coming here, I want to smash. And maybe I don't know anybody, but maybe I do. Maybe you know Alan. Maybe let's just say you know me. And you throw me a donation or something, or you throw some bucks or whatever. Say, Alan, can you hook me up with some of the ladies that you may know, some friends of mine? I'm liking this, I'm liking that. So maybe that's what I'm getting at, is that you need to find somebody here, maybe that's been here for a while, that can shoot you in the right direction, that has that's a good thing. So maybe someone that can refer a couple of ladies to you, and that way there's some kind of record of trust. Because they can change their phone numbers and WhatsApps and all that good stuff. And maybe your friend or I have dealt with this girl before in the past. And so, yeah, I think that'd be a good idea, is for you to try to get a referral. And don't be embarrassed or anything like that. It's perfectly legal here. And you're men. You're all here to have a good time. Like I said, this is not a bullshit channel. This is like really raw type of shit. So I think that would be a good idea, is to try to get a referral. You don't want to mess with street hookers. Parquilletas, all that crazy shit. It's fun, but let's try not to bring a street hooker back to your house. Now you're saying, Alan, well, look, maybe I can't get a hold of you, or maybe I just don't want to pay a donation, or what do I do if I don't want to pay a donation and I don't know anybody? Okay, so that's a good question. Well, then this is where you probably do need to go to parquilletas. So how do we go to parquilletas and be safe? All right, so that's another good question right there. I refuse to fuck her. Okay, yeah. But Peter says, I banged many hookers in Medellin, 16 to 22 years old. Had problem with only one because I refused to fuck her. So, this is a perfect situation with Peter right here. He says he banged a lot of chicks, and he only had a problem with one. Now, this is the whole problem. That one problem can land you in jail. All she has to do is call the police and make up a story. and you don't want to go to Colombian jail. So you don't have time for not one problem. You don't have time for no problems. You come here to Medellin to have a good time, not to land yourself in front of the police. So, this one comment is really good. And if you change it, if you change the perspective of Peter's answer, he says this is the whole deal. He banged a lot of chicks here in Medellin, but only had a problem with one. You see what I mean? You see what I'm going with this? You don't want that one problem. All she has to say, you know what? He raped me, or something, some crazy shit, or he hit me, You don't want problems with hookers. Why don't you want problems with hookers, you think? Number one, and I love everybody, black, green, Mexicans, man, everybody, gay, black, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But when you're dealing with hookers, you're dealing with someone that's had some kind of mental issues, bro. Most of the time. To be a hooker, man, let's just face it. Let's just really face it here. You've had some shit happen in your life if you're sucking, sucking dick and fucking, there's something not right with your mentality. Not saying for all of them, all right? But for a good percentage, bro. And when you bring that, if you have a problem with this kind of person that has some kind of mental issues a little bit, not a lot, but some, and then she has a lot of bad characteristics, and then she has a little bit of, she's a prostitute, so she's a bad girl, she has some flaws with her. You mix all these three together, and this is where you can have a real issue. And I think that's why they get drugged so many times, because you lose focus, and because this girl looks like an angel, she actually has that angel face, that structure like an angel, and she's beautiful. You don't understand why she would drug you. You're willing to pay her $50, but you compare that $50 to like an iPhone, a computer, your passport that can be sold, or your kidney. Or something like that, And, you think it's a joke, but it's really not. There's been a lot of, stolen kidneys here, and they sell it on the black market. And this is one of the reasons why, because I'm known, here and now, not like I'm trying to toot my own horn here, but I have to be careful. I pay to live in Poblado, and then I pay to be in one of the most secured buildings with 6 police officers, because, people do know me on the YouTube. So you got to be careful. Don't do what I do. You really need to stay under the radar, bro. So we've got some other comments here. Armin says, I partake in street hookers. They all in relationship with some gangster. And all matter of time. And that's just a perfect that's just a perfect comment, bro. That is just a perfect comment. Alman says, I partake in street hookers, and they all in a relationship with some gangster. Only a matter of time before she sets you up. Oh, that's so perfect. God, that's just the number one comment. I gotta star that somehow, because it's so true. They're in love with a thugged out gangster dude, and we all see it in the United States too. This guy, he's been romanticizing her, and now he's changed her mentality to start getting her to start tricking, making money for her. Now the next thing he's going to start doing is to set up. Thank you, Eric, for that $5. Oh, wow, that is so awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that donation. It goes a long way for the channel. But it goes a long way. That's just a perfect, I can't even say enough about Alman's comment here. It's because you can see from people that are living here in Colombia, that they're telling you, look, they're in love. These hookers, they're in love with other thugged out dudes that have been romanticizing since they're like 13 years old. So the next step is for them to start robbing you and setting it up. They have to start making more money. Their mentality is shift. Their perspective on what's their ethics. They have no ethics. And I'm not saying all of them. Remember that, because, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends here in Colombia, and a lot of them, some of them are escorts. And some, but that's just the way it goes. I just, like, this channel's raw. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it, dude. And it's not for all of them, but for some of them, yeah, bro, their mentality's been a little bit shifted. So we talked about that. How do we go to Parquilletas and have a good time? If, I don't want to do a donation, I don't know anybody, well, then the best thing that you're going to do is whenever you book your apartment, I need you to make sure, you get a doorman. Yeah, it's called a portero here. And it's a 24-hour, let me get a drink. Shit. Remember, here goes my little hack. So they don't have ice here in Medellin. Well, should I say the refrigerators don't have ice machines. So you put your little old orange juice container and put the water and throw it in the freezer, and it's like ice cold. Well, I guess if you're not rich. If you're rich, then you just buy ice or something. Or you have an ice machine. But if you're not rich, then just do this. So getting back. So you definitely need a doorman, which is a portero. So anytime you go to Airbnb or you try to rent an apartment, we're going to get there too. Let's just stick with Airbnb right now because I'm pretty upset about that. You need to ask them, is there a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week portero? Is there security there? So once they said yes, there is, then once you check in, I want you to become friends with that portero. You can do it by becoming friends. I don't want you just to zoom in. I want you to sit there, maybe talk with a little bit. Hey, what's your name? ¿Cómo se llamas? Oh, cool. Because this guy's going to be a valuable amount of information and security. So you're going to have 3 of them, most likely, at the minimum 2 that work 12-hour shifts, 24 hours a day. So you need to become friends with them, and you need to maybe bring them a coffee, bring them some buñuelos. We're talking about $1, $2, and then when you have a lady friend, when you have a lady friend, I want you, before you walk out that door to meet her, I want you to look at him and say, check her muy bien. Checa ella muy bien. Yo no sabes ella muy bien. That means check her very well. I don't know her. He goes, oh, see. And so you want to tell him prior, check her ID and get her photo. That's because you don't have to make it uncomfortable and you don't have to do it yourself. Now, of course, he's going to look for some kind of tip. So you just give him like 5 or 10 mil, which is like $2.50. This $2.50 can literally save your life. Because the girl that's walking through the door now, she's going to think twice before robbing you because she knows that she have a copy of her ID, the cedula, CEDULA. That's what they call it, a state ID here, okay? Cedula. It's like cellular phone, but cedula. Oh, shit, my goddamn phone. Hold on. Sorry about that. Is that working still? All right, sorry about that. My computer is be tripping sometimes. Uh-oh. Hold on. Custom connected. All right. Sorry about that. So you need to make sure that you tell your portero that you check her very well. And that means getting a photo of her, getting a copy of their state ID. Okay? Before she even gets. And then there's one more thing I want you to tell. I hope you're writing this down. If you found this video, think about doing a donation or at the very minimum going to my other channel, hitting a sub. I got to grow that channel. I need you to tell him that don't allow her to leave without your okay. Actually, don't allow her to leave without you walking her out. So in Spanish, you would be no permiso ella salir sin mí. No, my Spanish is not perfected. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. Holy snap, I got another $5, man. That's, that $5 goes a long way here. So, I appreciate it, and it lets me know that, that I'm doing the right type of content. All right, so you need to tell them, no permiso ella salir sin mí. Do not allow her to leave without me. So you tell her that in front. You tell the portero that in front of her. So now, this girl, this escort that you brought back from Parquilletas, You have her copy of her ID. You have a photo of her. The guard knows, and she knows she can't get out unless you walk her out. So you have just changed your percentages of safety from about 70% chance of you getting robbed till about 25%. 25%. The reason why I say 25% because some won't give a fuck. They're from Venezuela or they're from Cuba or they're from another country and they come here with the straight intentions of robbing folks. And to be honest with you, even when you get robbed and you got a copy of her ID and you got a copy of a photo of her, the cops are not going to do anything. They really are not. And you just be wasting your time. So, take that with a grain of salt. And you're Alan, well, then why do I do all that? It's really because we want to limit risk. Yeah, I think that's, and when I was doing stock trading, we used to call that what's the risk? Limiting the risk, keeping the risk as far down as possible. And these are things that you're going to do. It's just like things that you can do to kind of limit that risk. Okay, so I think we talked about that good enough. I think that there's one more thing. Let me see here. We've got a couple of, let me see here. Let me move this right here. Okay. There. All right. So now there is one more thing. Now we got the escort back in our place. Okay. We got the escort. She's from Parquietas. She's a little dangerous. She's from the street, whatever. Then the next thing I would say, Peter knows. Yeah, that's what I mean. See, Peter, he's telling you, I agree. They won't care if they have our ID, photo, any of that, because they're from a different country. They're here to straight do one thing, that's rob foreigners or rob people. And that means they'll drug you and they don't care. They're not coming back to the country, or they don't even have a clue of who they're, and it doesn't even matter. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to be a big search, bro. Nothing's going to happen. So anyways, now we got the escort. Now, how do we be careful? How do we, what are some things that we can do to do a preemptive strike or be careful in the house? Okay, so one is that I want you to put all of your valuables, even your colognes, because their colognes are expensive here. So $100, $200, that's how much they cost here. So put your colognes up. Put all your watches in the safe. If you have a second bedroom, which I highly recommend, put all your stuff in the second bedroom. That's what I do here. I put it all in the studio here. All my equipment, everything's locked up. Now, before you even leave to go out, take all your stuff that's valuable. The smallest things, your little iPads, your computers, extra computers, your I don't know, you throw away phones, some money, your passport, put it all in the second bedroom, okay? Now, if you don't have a second bedroom, you might have a half bath, okay? If you have a half bath, try to put a lock on it, and they sell these locks. They're like portable locks that kind of lock, and you just put the little master lock on there. Probably talking about $10. You put that on there, and she can't get in there. And so you can just say, that's, my stuff is in there. It's locked in there. Or you could just say, oh, my roommate is in there. He's asleep, because she doesn't know it's a half bath. Most of the time their doors to a half bath are the same as the room. So you could just say, my roommate, he's in there. He's asleep. And that's just a really cool thing to do, because if you have a roommate, then she doesn't really think twice about, trying to, drug you and, hold you not hostage, but tie you down, because she might be scared that you scream for help. So yeah, that's some things that I really recommend. So now we talked about that. I think we talked about pretty good. We talked about, getting a woman, trying to get a recommendation from a referral. If you can't get a referral, then yeah, of course, you guys are going to head to Parquietas most likely. And how do we be safe? We get a portero. We get the portero. We give him a tip and become friends with him. And, let him know to check him in very well and get a photo and all that good stuff. And then secondly, another preemptive strike is that we're going to put all our valuables before we leave to go out. We're going to put it in the second bedroom, or a worst case scenario, so the closet, and then or the half bath. And then we're going to go down to like What's the name of that place? What is the name of that place? Oh my goodness. It's on Calle Diaz. It's just basically a locksmith place. I think where's my keys at? Anyways, it's a locksmith place. It's there on Calle Diaz. I'll put it in the comments or something. And they have a bunch of things to lock, including a laptop lock, which is it's like a stainless steel, braided steel. And highly recommend it for that if you plan on going to a coffee shop. But we'll get there in a second, okay? What else is there? Okay, we talked about that. That's where a lot of the crime comes. A lot of it comes from escorts. Most of it comes from street hookers. What else? Okay, so what are some other crimes that happen here in Colombia? Okay, so I guess the second one is going to be paying for a dream apartment in advance. Criminals here in Colombia and pretty much India and all types of shit, and even the United States, they're very professionals. I mean, they do this coming with two friends to the Energy building. Oh, Elvis says he's coming with two friends from the Energy. Energy has 24-hour security. It's a great location, has a pool, one of the most popular, so you'll have a lot of escorts even waiting for... They'll be waiting like outside, not a lot, but they'll be like hanging around, not like sleazy, but really hot escorts. And they're like 150 to 300 mil. So like no, they're not 150 mil. Forget that. They're about 300 mil there. So about $100. And so, they're waiting and they get passed around from room to room. So they'll go from one person to the next person. It's like a brothel almost at Energy. It's crazy. It's like Soul Lifestyle. It's another hotel apartments that we have here. But back to the number two hustle is prepayments. There's a lot of hustles going on with apartments. People looking for apartments to stay, and they find a dream apartment. The deal is great, and they're gonna ask you for a deposit. And this is like a super red flag. Do not put a deposit. It's just not worth it unless you can pay with your credit card or PayPal or something that you can, retract. And if you pay with PayPal, make sure they may ask you to do friends and family. Friends and family is non-reversible. That's what people don't know. So PayPal, do the one that says with security. That's what they mean. They don't tell you in the fine print. Friends and family is straight cash. There's no reversing. It's like Venmo or Cash App or Zelle. It's like non-reversible. Once that money's gone, it's gone. So don't do a wire. Don't put a deposit on. Don't be dumb, bro. And I see a lot of people, and they're making these guys rich because they're making like $1,200 a day, and they're not going to stop. I've had friends with college degrees get hustled down there because these guys are criminals. You got a lot of money on the line. So they have, professional website. They have a phone number, and they have Google reviews. They got Facebook reviews. But keep in mind, all this stuff, I can have all this stuff paid in like I would say in 3 hours. I can have a website put up. I can have Google reviews put up. Maybe not in 3 hours, but Facebook reviews for sure. In some other little places, I can have Instagram. You can pay for all the followers, and that's not going to mean shit. Okay, it's not going to mean shit. So all this stuff can be fake. These are criminals with that do this for a living. So there's no deposits. Don't fuck around. The only way you're going to do a deposit is if you can pay with your credit card with some kind of retractable thing. PayPal is good, non-friends and family. Okay? So that's going to save you a lot of heartache. Talk about crime in the metro. People being pushing to get out of the train. Yep. Julio, Julio Garcia says, talk about the crime in the metro. People pushing to get out and in of the train to pickpocket you. It happened to him. They got his iPhone. So this is a common thing. But this is not just here in Colombia. It's anywhere. So the distracting hustle, the body distracting. So if you touch someone on their shoulder, something happens with their brain that their brain they know somebody's touching me. So it's okay to touch me because I can see that he's touching me on the shoulder or the back or the face or the neck. But what the problem is, what the brain is that at that same moment, they can be going through your pants, and your brain doesn't recognize it very immediately because it happens so fast. Your brain can't understand just yet. It doesn't interpret. It's like, it's okay for someone to touch me because they're trying to push me in the, to get out of the way or something. Or they also have a scheme here to grab your dick. So the girl's gonna be down Calle Diaz, and she's gonna grab your dick, and the other one pickpockets you. Oh shit, got another $4.99. That is so awesome, Eric. That is badass. Thanks, I appreciate that, bro. God, y'all gotta have to hook this dude up. There, yo, you need anything in Medellin, let me know, bro. I got your back. Yeah, so the hustle is down here. They grab your dick, and you'll be like, ooh, shit, The girl's actually grabbing my dick, and you're gonna be surprised, she's gonna be kind of hot. The other one, they already spotted you a block or 2 blocks away. They went around, ran around. There's gonna be another girl waiting for you at the place where they're gonna target you at. The one's gonna grab your dick. The other person, the other professional, will grab your phone from your pocket and then pass it to another person. Do you see that? So yeah, it's like they pass it. So if you were to grab one of the girls or grab that girl that grabbed your dick because you evidently think it's her, she's gonna be like, "What? I don't have it. Your phone's long gone." So there's a couple of things here. How can you avoid that, Alan? That's just crazy. Always keep your iPhone or your phone in your front pocket. Never, ever put that phone in the back pocket. Just don't do it. Just pay attention to me, please. Don't do that. Secondly, I really don't recommend you guys bringing iPhones down here. iPhone is like gold here, literally. They love them. They love their MacBooks. Why do they love them? Because they're easy, hot resellers. Yeah, they sell them. You can go down to Monterey. They have them all lined up. And they say they can't crack these iPhones. Bullshit. These guys crack them. They're professionals, bro. Don't think that Colombians are not smart. They're super smart. And I love them. I have a lot of Colombian friends. And a lot, not all of them and not even most of them are bad. It's just the ones that come here to Poblado. They're looking for tourists like you because they know that, well, they know a couple of things, bro. Number one, they don't have any sorts of love towards you because they're like, fuck this dude. He makes $2,000 a month. And he can buy himself another one. You're saying $2,000 ain't nothing, Alan. I'm broken in the United States. $2,000 is $8,000 here. So you're rich in their eyes. Change your perspective. Change your perspective of who your enemy is, or who who is this person that's pickpocketing you. I hate to say enemy. I don't want to say that. He's your, whatever. I guess enemy, but I'm not that good with words. But who is this person? How can you get in that mentality? This person sees you as a foreigner who's rich, who can definitely go back to the United States, and and then if you're tall and white with blue eyes or something, or you're tall, and everybody here is in the land of Allens. We're all like 5'7", 5'8" here in Colombia. We're not tall. So they got a bunch of envy towards you, subconscious hate. They have a lot of subconscious hate because they're like, man, this guy, he's rich. He's got this nice iPhone. He's tall. He's good looking. He's like, fuck this dude. He can go back to his country. He comes here to my country. That's how that's going on in their mindset. They're like, fuck this guy. He comes to Colombia for my people and come fuck some of my cousins and then leave her. Fuck that. Let's rob this dude. They don't have they don't have any love towards you. And I guess it's the same thing going into the ghetto parts of Houston or big city. You come in you can see it on some of the movies. Who's this guy running in the hood? Who's coming on my block? Fuck this dude. And they'll never come back either. They get clicked on or jumped on, and they don't come back to the neighborhood. And that's just the way it goes, man. Like I said, this is not a sugarcoating type of sugarcoating type of channel. If you don't like it being raw and rough, and this is the way life is, man, this ain't the right channel for you. Let me see, because if I could save one person's life, literally, God may take me up there because I know I ain't no saint, and so I'm like, maybe I could help someone from getting robbed or, you know, something. Anyways, so the second one is no prepayments, right? No sending money in advance. And this also goes towards the girlfriend hustle. So we're going to get there too. We may add to maybe do a continuation video for part 2, but we're going to talk about girlfriend hustles. That they just, it's crazy, dude, in Colombia. All these different hustles they have. And then number 3 is about the pickpockets. So pickpockets they're going to be running a scam on you. They usually work in teams, and they're going to be trying to touch you in one way or another. And one way we can avoid being pickpocketed is by keeping our phone in our front pocket and then not bringing an iPhone. I highly recommend, don't bring an iPhone, bro. Go down to and get you know, everybody has these used ass phones. I have a Google Pixel 3. It's like 3 or 4 years old, and it's still great. So you could probably pick one of these bad boys up in the United States for like $100. But I show you this because if you can pick up one of these covers, and I'll try to put this cover on one of my affiliate links, right? So I can make another $5 somehow. But I used this cover for 3 years, and you can see how much I used it because my thumb has worn it down right here. You see that little spot? That's where my thumb goes, okay? So what does this look like if I'm standing on a street doing this? What does this look like? It looks like I'm reading a book. It looks like I'm reading a book. So I don't have my phone out. Now, one thing I like about the Google Pixel is that it doesn't have those 4 cameras. No, let me correct myself. It doesn't have the big camera where they sticking out like, wow, look at me type of shit. It's a black screen against a black cover. And the black cover is leather, so it makes it look like a book. So it's all these things that you can do that, like, when you have to use your phone, it doesn't look like you're using your phone. You see? So this is something that I use every day. It's just something I've been using this for years and years. Look, I'm not playing. Look, it's all used up. So I think I bought this cover for $20 on Amazon. Here goes the second little security feature. This is a trip. So this security feature, it has a goddamn pinhole. Look. Shit. Can you see right here a pinhole? Yeah, you can. Look. Look at that pinhole. Well, with this pinhole, you can get one of these little clips. Oh, shit. You can get one of those clips that loop onto your belt strap. So it could, even if they were to pickpocket it, just get yanked. Yeah, so just like, you'd be like, oh, shit, what the fuck, you know? So all these security features, bro, this is a great tip, man. This is a great tip, you know? Yeah, it really is. I mean, you can see that I'm using it. I've been using it for years, so. Some more water here. Hope you guys like it. Oh, shit. You know, I forgot to go to my sponsors. Oh, geez.
ColombiaTips.com is the only site where you can chat and meet in person some of the sexiest women in Colombia. These sexy ladies can safely guide you through the city and Colombia's nightlife. You can feel safe knowing every girl has been verified with passport, state identification, and home address.
ColombiaTips.com presents the 2-story penthouse in El Poblado, Medellin, Colombia. 10 minutes from Parquietas, you're far enough to be in a nice, quiet zone, but close enough to get to the action-packed city of Medellin. This open floor plan presents 2 double balconies, 4 to 5 bedrooms with 6 bathrooms, big, high ceilings, and it comes fully furnished. It was designed by a famous designer, Antonio Zakov. Look at this beautiful 900 square feet double balcony. Comes with the power jetted jacuzzi with over 30 power cylinders to relax those aching muscles, and you are king of the castle, overlooking entire Medellin with a 360-degree view. Just absolutely amazing, and it could be. All right, and we're back. And he said, dude, you recommend exactly what I did to my phone. That's perfect, bro. Peter is a smart dude, man. I'll tell you that much, and I'm not even bullshitting, because these little things like this, the thing is you wanna remain, You want to remain on the down low, dude. You want to be low key. No fancy shit. That's one thing that's messed up here, is that, even if you make money down here, you really can't flaunt it. The only way you could flaunt it is by dressing really nice or something. But if you dress nice, oh shit, if you dress nice, you have to go somewhere with intention, Because I had that one comment, and it resonated with me. Like, Alan, hold on, Alan. You're telling me to dress nice, but then you say it's dangerous to dress, down dress. Which one are you saying, Alan? You mixing things up here. I don't understand. You contradicting yourself. So when you dress nice, go with intention. That means, okay, I'm gonna dress nice today. I'm gonna go to the mall. I'm gonna go sit there. I'm gonna talk to a couple of chicks. I'm gonna have lunch. I'm gonna go to another restaurant. I'm going there. And then I'm going to come home. You have made your plan to go to nice places that are secure. Now, if you're like me, and then I like to walk a lot. I like to walk. I walk 8 to 10 miles a day alone in the jungle, or not the jungle, but in the parks that are very secluded. Then this is where I go like this. So if you're going to be in places that are going to be a little bit more dangerous, you're going to go with dangerous clothes intentions. You're going to go with intentions that are like, okay, I'm going to be here, then I want to look like this. You see where I'm going with that? Does that make sense? I hope it does, dude. Yeah, dress regular, not like a tourist, and don't bring fanny packs or chest fanny packs, none of that bullshit. Instantly know you're for a tourist. I don't even care if you downgrade, because no Colombian is wearing fanny packs. None. Nobody, just forget that. Well, Alan, where do I put all my shit? Well, leave it at home, dude. Don't even bring a lot of shit with you. Here you bring a little phone, throwaway phone, and they put a gun to your head or put a knife to your throat. Give that shit up. And we're gonna be, talking about that. Please, don't put up a fight. You're like, Alan, he's a little bitty 12-year-old. Why he has a gun, or so what? I could take him. I'm 6 foot something, dude. These guys are dumb as shit. They have nothing to lose, and he's not even gonna go to jail. He may go to juvenile for like a month, but that's about it. So don't put up a fight for this. It's going to hurt like hell if you get stabbed. You didn't come to Colombia to put up a fight with a little bitty guy. Yeah, you're a lot bigger than him, but he just takes one quick stroke of that knife, and then bam, you're in the hospital. You could die. You get in the right place, you could really die. So unless you just have that straight shot to knock that fool out, then go for it. But you have to have the straight shot, bro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no percentages. It's not like a 90% chance or 99% chance. It has to be like, nope, he slipped, and I caught that boy with the left hook. And then, okay, well, then that's all good. Yeah, because I always think of that, too. If I catch him, but if he catches you, and you got that gun right up to your throat or a knife right up to your throat, there is no, he got you. You got, and that's just it. Give your shit up and just live to another day. Alan, he's only 12 years old. He's only 5'4". Don't matter. Nope. Give that shit up. Don't put up a fight. Go home. That money, $200, $300, $400, $5,000, $10,000 is not worth your life. Just got you. You were dumb as shit. And not that you may be an attorney, you may be a doctor, you may be a president of the United States. Thing is that you are street dumb, and that's just the way it is. People, you get caught slipping. And it was, let's see, a lot of people wear fanny packs in Colombia. It's cat fanny pack. Maybe you're right. I don't know. In my opinion, I'm against the fanny packs. But, who knows? Everybody to their own. That's why I like this channel. You never know. And a few bucks and a burner phone. Yeah, JJ says, just bring a burner phone, bro. Burner phone and a few bucks. Go ahead and put 50 mil in your shoe. Put that $50 not right up in here, okay? But take the sole out inside here. Put that 50 mil in here. The reason why, if they do get you, they do rob you, you need to be able to take a taxi back to your hotel, bro. So you go ahead and just as soon as you land, or or even before you land, put a few bucks, put 20 American dollars in here, and put another whatever in every shoe pair you have. It ain't much, and you'll forget about it. It won't mess with you at all. And if you get robbed, you'll be able to get yourself something to eat, get yourself in a taxi, and get on home, and just thank God that you made it out alive. Oh, that's cool. JJ said they have a belt with a pocket inside. That's cool too. That'll work. But I don't wear belts all the time, so something to think about. Another guy asked, should I carry a knife with me? No, don't carry a knife. Don't carry any kind. Don't put up a fight, because the police are going to go on their side. I don't care what happens. They're going to go on their side. And now you're going to be, you stab someone. Now you have to go to Colombian court, figure this shit out. You don't want to, you didn't come to Colombia to go to court. You didn't come to here to get in this kind of bullshit. They caught you slipping. Swallow your pride, give them your shit, and go home. And oh well, we all know we can go back to Craigslist in the United States and get a used phone probably for $300. So yeah, what else is there? So we talked about no prepayments. We talked about how to bring an escort home if you have to. And we talked about not even bringing one, but if you have to, going to Parguetas and getting her secured and all that good stuff. Talk about the doorman. We talked about putting your stuff up in the secondary bedroom. If you don't have a secondary bedroom, making a fake one with a half bath and putting all your stuff in there prior to you leave, because you don't want to do it when she sees you putting all her stuff in there. And there's no telling that, she may have scoped you before, or not. It's not scoped. It's a devil's breath. Oh, JJ says, what's a good hotel in Yetas to take a girl you pick up? So the best one that I think, now, okay, let's talk about budget, though. That's the whole thing. What's the budget looking like? A lot of people don't like talking about budget. You ever notice that? Even when I sell real estate, man, they hate telling me that budget. Shit. But that's where it all starts. How much money you want to spend per month or per day with your place. All right, regular budget. All right, so let's see. I told you people don't like saying budget. Okay, let's say. All right, so a regular budget. Let's say here, nothing fancy, nothing slummed out either. Private residence with a kitchen. Okay, so the best place that I can think of is going to be about 4 blocks away from Parquietas. It's going to be Soul Lifestyle Apartments Hotel. It's like a hotel apartments. I like it there because you can become cool with the doorman. There's 24-hour doorman there, really cool. And then, you won't have to pay for every girl that comes in. You may have to tip them a little bit or something, 20 mil or something. We're talking about $5. But that goes, with that security as well, where you could say, hey, once again, hey, don't allow her to leave, and check her ID and all that stuff. Actually, there they do make her. So Soul Lifestyle, I have to give a big thumbs up. I stayed there many, many, many times for like 6 months. I love it there. I got to connect over there. It's weird. Her name is Jimena. Like my last name's Jimenez, but her name is Jimena. She's a manager there. She's been the manager there for years. Very beautiful too. God, she speaks English too. Golly, hot, beautiful woman. So if you need to hook up with that, just let me know. So that's, in my opinion, that's one of the best hotels with security. That's medium price. We're talking about $60 to $80 a night. And they have a pool, they got a jacuzzi, they got a gym, they got the pool on the rooftop for Instagram. They got the security. It's 4 blocks from Parquietas. It's not that close, but it's not that far. So you get a nice little walk. You want to take a taxi back because it's really dark down that street. But, cool, man. It's the safety's there. It's definitely worth it. So if you ask that question, and there goes your answer right there. What else is there? What else are some other things here that I guess the next thing would be, who am I scared of? What are some things that scare me or that make me, well, okay, so I guess we're going to touch on 2 things, and we'll wrap this up with this last thing. The last thing I do is I don't want you stopping to talk to anybody if they ask you a question. You don't know shit here. You don't know directions. There's no reason for you to give an opinion. Just keep walking. Don't stop your feet. I always tell people, just don't stop your feet. And a lot of people that live here, they're against that because we're, Colombians, the culture is to help you. But you're a foreigner, and you're here to have fun and to get back to your family and friends in your country. So yes, you may offend some people, and yes, there may be some people that are good, but at the same time, your objective is to have a good time here in Colombia and to go back. So if anybody stops you on the street, besides the police, don't stop. Just don't stop your feet. Ask you to buy some gum? Nope, just buy at a regular store. They have it here. There's a bunch of stores there. I mean, there are stores everywhere on every block. Oh, you want to buy a shirt? No, I'll go to the mall and buy a shirt. Or, if, what else do do you want to, they ask you a question for directions? No, you don't know directions, bro. Use Google Maps. Check Google. I don't know. It gets scary, too, whenever people are on motorcycles. So you want to be aware, kind of two guys. A lot of times there'll be two gentlemen or two thugs on a motorcycle. One will jump. They'll come up right up to you, or a little bit right ahead of you, so they can, you're walking. So you're walking this direction. The motorcycle will ride up right next to you, a little bit ahead. One's gonna jump off fast, put that gun to your head and get your phone and whatever. Happens all the time. So what can you do to avoid that is to walk against traffic, so that you can. It's too hard for them to kind of stop, and you can kind of see them slowing down. It gives you an opportunity to start running. If you start seeing them pull up next to you, just haul ass. So what happens if you do, they come off the gun? What do you do? If you have an opportunity, just start yelling. Just start ayuda. So Ayuda. Ayuda, that means help. And then the robber means ladrone. Ladrone, like a drone, the helicopter, but ladrone. So today, ayuda! Just scream like a bitch. Just scream like hell, bro. There's no reason. And they'll get scared too. And just haul ass and run, And, it's a zigzag. Just haul ass. Because they always ask me, well, you never explain what to do if you do it. That's what I'm telling you to do then, is to be alert, walk against traffic. And we talked about a lot of things here, like, don't wear fancy stuff, and don't bring your iPhone if you can avoid it. We talked about if you have to take a picture, then get you a nice kind of cover that looks like a book. And, you don't want to use those. Try not to bring that iPhone, because if you have to bring an iPhone, is there a way to cover that big old camera? Because that's just such a giveaway. It's like, hi, I have an iPhone. Come rob me. It's actually what you're doing when you're taking pictures. That's what the robbers say. Oh, they're like, it's like you're indicating them, hey, come get my phone, bro. Taking a selfie and shit. It's crazy. And then we talked about, not sending any prepayments and not sending. We'll talk about girlfriend hustles in the next video, I think so. Anyways, I hope you liked the video, man. I really appreciate the donations. That's just extraordinary, man. I really appreciate the love. And I think like you guys are like my friends and like family out there. A lot of guys are here returning. Patrick, Alman, JJ. It's pretty awesome. I consider you guys my friend. I actually met this guy, Patrice, I was at Vietnam. No, I was at Halong, a Vietnamese restaurant 2 or 3 days ago. Let me show you a picture of him. He's really cool, man. Here's where is Patrice at? Archived. Oh shit. Where the hell is Patrice? Oh, here he goes right there. So I met this dude here. Oh shit, can you see? How do I do this shit? So I was having dinner, and so like I mentioned to you, like I'm a day guy. I like to walk. I like to meditate, think about my life. I like to be I like to be alone a lot, which is kind of weird, I guess. But everybody has their little things, And I like to walk in the parks, and so but I've been in the house a little bit too much in the night, so I decided to every night or every other night I'm gonna start going to dinner, even if I'm by myself. So I went to dinner to Halong, a Vietnamese restaurant in Poblado, and sat there, and guys like, hey, I seen you on the YouTube, bro. And it's like, all right, cool, man. He's like, come to my table. So I joined him. We had a good chat, man. He's here. He's a soccer coach or something like that, or a soccer recruiter or something. It's really exciting to have you guys. I appreciate every one of you guys. Really do. It's kind of cool, man. I think that it's like a community. Oh, there goes my phone. There goes my damn. My computer wants to go to sleep. It thinks that I'm not. It's not that it thinks that I'm asleep or something. Turns the computer off. Anyway, so it's pretty awesome having you guys here. And I'll see you on the next video. If you found value on in this video, share it, like it, hit that like and notification. And by the way, I did make a new channel. It's called Affiliate Marketing Mark. I put the link in the comment or in the description of the video, because it's a way for me to make money here while I'm traveling. So here in Colombia, it's really difficult to make money. That's the one thing that like 90% of foreigners and expats, they go back because it's super difficult to make money here. So I have decided to make a new YouTube channel based on affiliate marketing, things that I've learned here on YouTube and Instagram. And I'm going to share that knowledge about how to make money online. I've been doing it for a long time, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll teach some people. It's not like you're going to make a lot of money, but like I make about $4,000 a month, sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less, but it keeps me in a comfortable lifestyle. Not like rich or nothing, but it's all right. I'm living comfortable. I got food on the table. I got food on the table, a nice roof, and I live in one of the nicest neighborhoods in Medellin, and got a little lady friend I take care of too, maybe two of them. Man, by the way, just on my personal life, I'm trying to get back with my ex-girlfriend. And she's super hot, dude. Let me show you a picture of her, dude. She's super hot, dude. Let me see here. She just sent me a bunch of photos. Look at her. She's so hot, dude. Oh, this is the picture we took last night. Look at this shit. You see it? That's hot, huh? That is, ooh, man. Yeah. So that's what I mean about like being a regular dude like myself, not with a lot of cash. And, I'm short, I'm dark, and I don't, I'm not like super attractive. I'm not ugly. I'm just like regular. You can get a really hot chick here if you know what you're doing, you understand the culture. And I'm not talking about escorts. Escorts just want money. All they see is green. That's not a big deal. The trick is going to be getting a Paisa or a Colombian chick to fall in love with you. That's a whole other ball game, especially here in Medellin, because they're complicated, bro. That's a complicated situation. You're better off getting a girlfriend in Bogota, Cali, Bucaramanga, but Medellin is going to be the toughest one. They're so heavily focused on that money. It's like all they see is money, bro. So yeah, if you're thinking about dating or courting a girl or like getting married, then think about taking that course that dating course I have too. So anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one, man. I'm super tired. I got 3 jobs now, 4 with affiliate